It was rather interesting. All of a sudden, people were being put in a lead that shouldn't have been in the lead. There was a lot of free passes. There was a lot of green caution out of nowhere. Pace car magically comes on the racetrack virtually, then disappears virtually. It was a crazy finish, but when it was said and done, Derek Fulton was the man to get the victory. So
that gives him a little bit of help as we see our pace car pull off of turn 3 right now. We'll bring him around, line him up 2 by 2, a little bit of catching up in the back. So bringing around turn 4 right now, and on the bottom, we're going to watch Lee on the outside. Sacco with a hair bit of a jump before the green flag. Looks like Lee almost opens the door for Dotson. Dotson holding the bottom line for 3rd.
Here we go, back underway with this thing here in the early going. Lap number 8 of 200. Still a long way to go in this event. The lights are on around here, and that's one of the cool things I like about this.
Truck around turn 4. Event. 2 trucks around turn 4.
And it has caused a big wreck behind him in the 4th turn.
No caution out. I cannot believe it. There it is. I can't believe iRacing waited that long to call it. Looks like Cole Gray was unfortunately involved in that. We'll get the replay up here on screen.
Our producers were like, they didn't call it.
I will say Austin Hurley in at number 3, I think, had a little bit to do with that. I was looking at that while it was happening. Did I see that correctly? No, I got to be wrong. He's in 8th place right now. Replay is up. Nope, I could be correct because actually we got on Andrew right now. We'll got the replay rolling.
All right, let's see if we can find a replay of what happened here.
Yeah,
Hurley got into the back of Beeman, it looks like, and then it just caused a chain reaction behind them.
Yeah, that's what it was. Beeman actually checked up a little bit too early, and Hurley was just on that throttle, tapped him, and obviously everybody behind him just checked up too hard, and ba-bang, it was just a domino effect.
So under the caution. Here again, 2 times in the early going. By the way, I didn't know if I reiterated on this or not. I did a broadcast last night for iRacing, and we had 21 caution flags. 21 caution flags here at Martinsville.
Well,
same track, just cup cars instead of trucks.
Yeah, that's the way it is. I mean, it's Martinsville. It's beating, it's banging. I do believe that these guys have a one reset, one quick repair available. Usually do every week anyways, and I don't think a lot of guys are going to use it this early, even if the trucks are beaten. We're looking at Michael Clary in the number 70, rear ends the 54, unfortunately, of Baines, and just loses it behind when everybody just rear ends him to try to check up. We're talking 4 or 5 trucks. I see the 92 in there. I see the 88 in there. Just a Rock Ellie, just everybody kind of beating and banging coming off of turn 4. And Fulton was involved in that too, by the way.
A tough break there under the yellow flag as Michael McClary and some other guys are on pit road for service. 12 laps of 200 in. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more coverage of the Commonwealth 200 from Martinsville on Max Speed TV and the CRN Sports Network when we come back.
Hey, this is Trace Nye with CRN. Hey, I wanted to give you an update about Unforgettables.com. Again, that's Unforgettables.com. They are offering a special Father's Day weekend special. If you go to their website at Unforgettables.com, type in the code CRN20. Again, that's CRN20. With that code, you'll receive a 10% off your entire order. Again, CRN20. All you got to do is go to Unforgettables.com. They specialize in hand-painted baseballs and baseball gifts. So once again, head over to Unforgettables.com. For Father's Day, type in CRN20 and you'll receive 10% off your entire order. Again, that's Unforgettables.com.
Looking for a life insurance company that specializes in what you actually need? Protection. Call Danny today with Symmetry Financial. Danny is certified in all 50 states, which means Symmetry Financial is not limited and has over 30 companies to choose from. Symmetry Financial has proved time and time again that their options and pricing is just better than the rest. Give Danny a call today at 828-994-1681 to see how Symmetry Financial can make life simple.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
Bring him around turn 3, and Wesley, you can call the green.
We'll get ready to bring it back for the restart here. After this caution flag, working lap number 14 of 200. They're in the box. Sacco ready to bring them back to speed. Sacco, Lee, Dodson, McKinnon, the top 4, and they go back to speed. Let's see how many green flag laps they can knock off here now before we have calamity again as they make their way. McClary enters onto the racetrack, bottom of the apron, as we go back to racing action here into turn 3.
LeBooth on the outside. I'm watching him back in that 6th place position. Fight it off with Chris Baines. Baines started up front. Keep that in mind. Having a little fight with the guy in front of him. That'd be the 13 of Michael McKinnon. McKinnon holding that bottom line, holding that 9 to the outside. Seems to be the only racing with the exception of everybody single file up front. 13 on the bottom of McKinnon again. He'll take it down, have the advantage. Almost 3 wide there for a second between McKinnon, LeBooth, and Baines. LeBooth with the, comes out on top, actually. He'll take over the 5th place spot, cross the stripe.
A little scary there for just a second. They do hold it back together as they make their way around the racetrack again. The races continue on here with these events. Lap 17 of 200. Dodson now. We're watching him in that 3rd position, but it's still all Sacco leading the way over Lee and company as they go back into turn number 1.
I think a couple of these guys really got to calm down immediately is what I'm getting at is this is what, lap 5 of the restart and the green flag as we watch Nicholas Sacco up front. I was watching Hurley for a little bit. He's diving to the inside quite quickly in that number 3 machine down to the bottom. Not really challenge anybody now. I think he finally fell into place because actually he just touched the fence coming out of turn 4 a little bit with the side of that machine. Beat up a little bit from the accident, obviously, that happened. On board now. We'll go above a nice little rough shot. Right ahead of him looks like the 13 of Michael McKinnon. And they'll go down into turn 3. This is a great little shot right here as we can see the driver's point of view, at least from the tin on top over his head.
On board with Andrew Hurley from the roof view as they roar back into turn number 3. In front of him is McKinnon. Right there is Hurley's truck as they go to the back stretch. You know, let's be honest here, Ray, with the exception of the phenomenal job he did at Charlotte in the All-Star race that launched the JW Racing eSports Truck Series, Hurley's been through a struggle the last 4 races.
Yeah, I got to agree with that. But again, just victim of circumstance, I believe. Maybe that's why he's wanting to get up front pretty quick. Actually, one of the cars I'm also watching right now is the 19 of Fulton. Unfortunately, back in the 20th position. I was looking at his truck number. He is 1 lap down. I believe so, anyways. Am I looking at this correctly? No, I believe I may be incorrect. 19th position, fighting his way up through. But no, we'll take a look at that here shortly. Either way, he's trying to fight his way back up through to the front where he was before. Finally getting all these tires warmed up. He'll go to the inside at 54 and take over that spot.
We are at the virtual iRacing Martinsville Speedway. This is round number 5 of the JW Racing eSports Truck Series. Wesley Outlet, Ray Richer along with you for the call. And I'm Michael D'Amico on the broadcast side of things from Max Speed TV. Trace Knight on the broadcast production for the CRN Sports Network. We're 23 of 200 laps, and Nicholas Sacco leads the way back to turn 1.
Yeah, one of the guys he just passed put a lap down. Christopher Williams at 09, beat up pretty bad, unfortunately. But staying out, we got a caution on the Speedway.
Caution out for the 3rd time here at Martinsville. Ray Richer called it. We'll see what happened.
Looks like it's involving the 88 of Rocky Ellie there at the start-finish line, trying to figure out what happened. We'll get the replay up here for you.
So caution flag out yet again here.
26 of Wilner involved as well. Looks like Wilner kind of started that whole thing and unfortunately collected the 88 of Rocky as he come out of turn 4. Rocky is getting towed back. We'll see if we can get the 26 up on screen and find out what happened with Chris Wilner here. Wilner a little bit up the track as he kind of gets back in position. Does he go too deep? Yep, that's exactly what happened. Went too deep, lost it off of turn 4. He'll bump the inside wall and unfortunately take the 88 with him going down to the stripe. Just on victim of circumstance here with the 88 again. Oh, we have another truck involved. Looked to be a number 111.
Chris Wilner.
Hughes. Was it Wilner?
Chris Wilner and Steve Affont have all crashed. The 88 also involved at the start-finish line. This might be a secondary accident, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking so, because the 26 lost it originally is what happened coming off of turn 4.
This could be a secondary caution.
I'm looking around. I did just hear in my headphones a motor expire. Not sure whose, but hopefully they got their quick repair. Top, by the way, let's see. Top 1, 2. No, Sacco did pit. Matthew Lee stayed out. Dodson looks like he pitted. LaBeouf pitted. McKinnon stayed. Oh, he did pit as well with that smiley face in the hood of that 87 machine.
Well, under the caution flag yet again here.
I believe this is number 4. Am I incorrect?
No, I think it's the third caution.
Is it
third
third?
caution of the race. 27 of 200. Chris Wilner's in. You see the MRN logo down there. Chris Wilner is a reporter for the Motor Racing Network. As the voice of NASCAR will be back in action this Saturday for Atlanta Motor Speedway for the truck race. The trucks will race first, and there'll be the Xfinity Series, Cup Series, and the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500 that was postponed back in March, right around the time of the pandemic beginning. Will be rescheduled. That is Sunday. So again, you'll have the trucks and the Xfinity on tomorrow afternoon, and then Sunday will be the Atlanta Cup race. And then Ray Richer this Wednesday night. They are coming here to Martinsville Speedway. I know we're virtual Martinsville tonight, but the Half Mile of Mayhem will host the NASCAR Cup Series on Wednesday night. 500 laps under the lights. Should be a damn good show.
Have you, as a fan, reporter, or otherwise broadcaster, been to the actual Martinsville Speedway?
Yes. Matter of fact, I've done the truck races there. I have done the late model stock, the NASCAR Valley Star 300. The first time it was ever under the lights. Last year I was announcing whenever the guy got on his lid for Speed 51. It is truly an exciting race. If you've never been to the NASCAR late model race in September, October, that's always cool to watch. But even when the NASCAR guys come too, it's really cool.
Yeah, I was able to go there myself at least one time for the trucks a long time ago. Enjoyed it right in the infield. Had a great time seeing the Cup guys. First time I ever seen Matthew DiBenedetto. And as I'm saying this, by the way, a new player up front, the 91 of Tyler Beeman. He's going to start on the outside of the front row with Matthew Lee as the pace car pulls off around turn 4. And green flag will be back in the air.
Green flag.
Back for the restart, working lapper 30 of 200. 170 laps remaining here in Martinsville, with now Lee jumping to the lead. In second, Sacco. He'll take Beeman with him. Those trucks will battle down the back straightaway for that position in 3.
Keep an eye on Sacco, especially in the 9 to Breda LaBrue. Both have fresh tires. We're 30 laps into this race. And Matthew Lee has at least 29. Oh, we got a wreck over in turn 4. It looks like Hurley.
Here we go again. Hurley with problems in his number 3 truck, and a caution will come out again. Yellow flag, number 4.
Take a look at the replay. Back it up here. Hurley, 41 involved. That's Cole Gray as well. Hurley down the backstretch, as you can see here. It happened off the turn 4, down to the inside. Got touched by the 13, and that's exactly what happened. Tried to get control of it. Did a great job to get it back on track out of the way, but then lost it, unfortunately, all on his own, taking the 41 with him.
Turned into McKinnon, got in front of McKinnon, jumped the apron, got back in front of McKinnon to win, and went spinning. And the 41 got the short end of the stick as well. What a save on that silver and yellow 87 in front of Hurley, just missing getting hit.
Yeah, McKinnon did a great job staying out of that one, and unfortunately, Gray just had nowhere to go at that point, taking up the 3 with about 2 or 3 or 4 actually hits by the time he was done. It doesn't look like he was on the break, but again, just that momentum was taking it off of 4 and just railing on it, number 3.
Yellow flag out for the 4th time here, lap 33 of 200. It looks like we do have trucks coming to pit road.
Obviously, the 3 of Andrew Hurley. I'm going to believe that Matthew Lee has got to be there. Nope, he is still out at this point in time. And, of course, the 29 of Sacco, fresh tires last time. LaBeouf, same exact thing. Dotson, the same last thing. Let's see if we got anybody we can go back through the field on the infield. I'm going down my list all the way back to 12.
Cole Gray just came in for service on his 41 truck.
He didn't have much of a choice. Unfortunately, he got involved in that wreck. The Brandon Hughes machine, the 111, of course, Hurley just about touched the 111 coming out of pit lane over here, right close to him, going towards the fence. It'll bring Hurley back onto the track there in 13th place.
And here's what's so interesting about Martinsville Speedway. It could probably be, Ray Richer, one of the most trickiest pit road entrances in all of NASCAR, or even here in iRacing for this JW Racing eSports Truck Series. You enter in turn number 3. You enter the pits in turn number 3, and you got to go all the way around the racetrack, all the way down the front straightaway, even if your pit stalls are on the back stretch, which I don't think we have anybody pitting on the back. But you enter turn 3, you exit turn 2.
Well, keep in mind, too, if you do qualify in the top 5, your pit lane is around turns 1 and 2. So as you come around the corner, you're trying to spot your guys for your first time, and if you don't have a countdown